Laura Christensen here from bloggingbistro.com, where our goal is to help non-techies transform into savvy online marketers. Today, what I'm going to do is what I'm calling a discovery tutorial. You're looking at my screen live, and I'm going to go through the process of installing a plugin that I just found out about, and I'm doing this live. I've never looked at this plugin before, so I just looked at this this morning, and I'm like, oh, I want to try this plugin. So we're going to try it together live, and we're just going to see if it works, and if so, how it works. The plugin is called Pixabay plugin for WordPress. Now, this is for self-hosted WordPress.org sites. If you have a WordPress.com blog, you're not going to be able to install the plugin more than likely. This is for self-hosted websites. So I am logged into the Blogging Bistro dashboard, as you can see, and I actually am in the plugins area. I'm kind of hovering my mouse over it here on the left. You'll see it highlighted in green, and I've clicked the Add New button, which takes me to this plugin directory page. Now I'm going to go over to the upper right hand corner here, and I'm going to search for the plugin that I want to download, which is called Pixabay. I'll just type in Pixabay and see what comes up. Okay, so we have a bunch of different Pixabay images, fine quality public domain images, WP Pixabay. I think this is the one I want. WP, that stands for WordPress, Pixabay. Then we have a Pixabay images gallery. So let's click on this one just to find out a little bit more about it. Yeah, this is going to help me search for millions of free photos, vectors, and art illustrations from Pixabay, which is a stock photo service that delivers lots of free stock images. And I can then, once I find an image on Pixabay through the plugin, I can upload the image to my media gallery and then insert it directly into a blog post or onto a page of my website, which is super cool. So let's just see how this works. I'm going to actually click this green button down at the bottom that says Install Now. So now I'm going to click Activate. Here in the upper right hand corner, there's a green button that says Activate. The plugin is now activated, and it's giving me a little tutorial here on how to use the plugin. So it's showing me a screenshot. So let's just quickly take a peek at this tutorial and see what they're telling us to do, because as I said before, I've never tried this plugin before. I don't know how it works. You're seeing this live as I'm installing it for the first time. We see that we can put it on a page of our WordPress website, so we can create a new page and put it there. I'm assuming we can also add it to a blog post if we want to do that, which is what we're going to try. It shows me a variety of different images. If I'm doing a search for flower, so it'll show me all the different flower images, and I can just click on it and install it according to this little tutorial that I'm seeing. It doesn't have any words associated with the tutorial, so, oh yes it does. I see we have some little numbered things here. Press the Pixabay button above the editor. Okay, that's right here. Sorry, I didn't see that at first. There it is. Okay, so it's above your text editor there, where it says WP Pixabay. Then it pops up the screen where you can look at the different images, and then number 3, choose the photo as you want, and then insert, or you can set it as your featured image. I'll show you how to do both as we put it into a blog post. So, all right, let's give it a shot. Are you ready to give it a whirl? I'm going to go over to Posts and click on Add New. So I'm going to create a blog post, and we'll just call this how to install the Pixabay, Pixabay plugin for WordPress. All right. Now, I should be seeing above my text editor the Pixabay plugin button, and there it is. I'm hovering my mouse over it right now. So I'm going to click on that. And right now I'm not seeing any pictures, so I'm assuming that I need to actually do a search, and it looks like there's some different parameters that you can set here from the drop-down buttons. I can choose whether I want to see all types of images and graphics, or photos, illustrations, vectors, how I want it oriented, which is nice. I can choose horizontal or vertical. So vertical would be for more like a Pinterest type of an image, and horizontal is what I typically use on my blog post. So I'm going to click horizontal there. And I also just want to see photos. I don't really want to see illustrations at this point in time. Editor's choice. I'm assuming that that would show me something that they've chosen for me. I'm just going to leave that set to editor's choice for now because I have no idea what that means. And order, they'll show me the either the most popular stock photos from Pixabay or the latest ones that have been uploaded to Pixabay. So I think I'm just going to leave that blank for now and see what happens. Safe search, true or false. I'm assuming again that that might mean it has some, like it's like rated G, PG, or R types of safe search. You don't want to get any pornographic type images up on my safe on the search. So I'll just choose true for that because I'm a family-friendly blog here. All right, so let's try a keyword. I'm just going to put in plugin because I'm installing a plugin, and maybe they have a picture that has something to do with a plugin. Let's just see. I have a feeling I know what's going to come up. Yep, exactly. Things that you plug into your computer or plug into your wall. Okay, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different images here. And then it shows that there's about 172 different results. So I can click on this drop-down menu, and I want to see 22. Oh, it took me to page 22 of the results. Got it. Okay, so that was this is page 1 of the results, and it looks as if I want to go and see more results, I have to click the menu and then go to page 2. That's a little tedious. They should just have a little arrow pointing to the right or left so you can go back and forth. I'm not real pleased with that because it adds an extra click to my day, which I don't need. All right. These are not the types of plugin pictures that I want to see. So let me try WordPress and see what comes up with that. Okay, now here we get some typical stock photos of hands on computers. Oh, now here we have a different type of a menu. Okay, they just switched it on me. So I can click to page 2. And that's better. I prefer to click through that way. Well, here's a kind of a funky one. I like typewriters and old typewriters, and that brings to mind the image of the printing press, and it really has nothing to do with this blog post, but we're going to try it just for demonstration purposes because it's kind of a fun, funky, retro-looking picture. So you'll notice when I clicked on the image, it put the little check mark there in the upper right hand corner of the image, and then over here I get a little bit of a preview. It gives me the title of the photo itself. I can put a caption in there if I want to display a caption below the photo. I can keep the original file name, or I can generate a file name from the title. Let's try that just for fun. Then for the size, oh, this is nice because I can go in and I can customize it to a particular size that I might want. This is actually about the width of my blog post column, so I'm just going to leave it at 640 pixels wide by 480 pixels tall. And alignment, let's just go centered because that's what I usually use on my blog. And you can link it to the original site, which would be Pixabay, or the original image, or just nothing, just have it not link. And then we can click either insert, and it should insert it directly into my blog post, or I can, oh, that's interesting, I can save and insert it, which I think would save it to my media library, or I can set it as the featured image. So let's give it a try. Let's try save and insert to see what that does. Oh, this feature is only available in the Pro version. Okay, buy it now? No, I think I'll pass. So apparently it's not going to let me save it to my media library unless I buy the Pro version, and I have no idea how much the Pro version costs. We'll check into that in a few minutes. However, I can set it as the featured image for this blog post if I want. And when I do that, you'll notice over here on the right-hand side of my screen, it sets it as the featured image for that blog post. Now, every time I publish a blog post, I do have a featured image, and that's what displays on the home page of my website. My blog is not on my home page. I just have an excerpt of the latest blog post right here in the upper left-hand corner of my website, right below the header. And so I always have a featured image that shows there. And then also, if you click over to the blog directory page of my website, you can scroll down and you can see that each post on my blog has a featured image that goes along with it, and it always appears there in the right-hand side of the column. And then I have kind of a little teaser to let you know what the blog post is about. If you then click on the headline or the continue reading, it will take you in to that specific blog post where you'll see the image again. Now, this is not the featured image. This is one I uploaded directly to my media library, but the featured image displays here on my blog directory page and here on my home page in this little excerpt area that I've created. So going back to the blog post, edit. And now that that picture is in my media library, I can just click on Add Media, select the picture, and insert it into my post. And there it is. Now let's go through that with a different Pixabay picture so we can see how that would look going through the whole process from start to finish with a new image from Pixabay. So I'm saving my draft again. Now I'm going to click on the Pixabay button that's right up here next to the Add Media button right below my headline and my permalink. Then I'm going to type in another keyword. Let's just try roses just for fun. Okay, here's some beautiful pictures of roses, and I like this one here, so I'm going to click on it. It shows it large size over there, lets me choose size and alignment. We'll center that one also, and then I'm going to click insert, and voila, there it is. So that's pretty slick. I like the way that functions. It's fairly easy and straightforward, and if you are wanting to use images from Pixabay, free images, they're royalty-free images in your blog posts or on pages of your website, this Pixabay plugin is a quick and easy way to make sure that you are using at least one image in every blog post. So I love it. I think it's a great idea. Good job, Pixabay, for creating a plugin that is free and easy for us to use. Let's take a quick peek at the plugin itself. It should be in here somewhere in my little sidebar. There it is. It's down near the bottom. I've got a bunch of different plugins installed on my site. Welcome to the Pixabay. This asks me to get a Pixabay username and a key. Looks like I didn't really need to get my Pixabay API key in order to use the plugin, but if you wanted to set up a Pixabay account, you could. This is the Pixabay site right here. I had this open in another tab, and you just go to pixabay.com and you can sign up and start downloading photos for free. They have I've used Pixabay quite a bit to get stock photos, and they have a really nice selection. Okay, let's find out about the premium version. You can buy it for $15 with PayPal, so that's not bad. That's a very good price. And I'm assuming that means $15 per year. Usually plugins are billed at an annual rate, but let's just check that out. I'm going to click the link, and it's taking me to the site where the plugin is being sold, and they give me a little bit of information about what the Pro version offers as opposed to the free version. It does require WordPress 4.0. It's compatible with up to WordPress 4.8. It was updated June 19th, so it's been updated quite recently. I'm recording this on September 9th, so it was recently updated just a couple months ago. So that's a good sign. Whenever you download a plugin, you want to make sure that it was updated, that it's regularly updated. I do see a typo here, powerful filters. Not so good. They didn't spell powerful right, but hey, I'm a proofreader. I can't help but notice these things. But yeah, $15. It doesn't really say. This looks like it's a new plugin because they've sold 400 of them as opposed to like 4 million. But and it doesn't really say whether it's like for a year or for longer. I'm just going to assume it's probably $15 a year, since that's typical of most WordPress plugins. And so again, just as a little reminder here, the name of the plugin, if you're doing a search for it, is I'm highlighting it here with my mouse, WP Pixabay, without the period at the end, WP Pixabay. So just when you're doing a search for plugins in WordPress, just go search for WP Pixabay, and that's the one you want to download. Thanks for joining me for today's discovery tutorial. I hope you found it interesting, and I'd love to hear the results that you achieve if you decide to install WP Pixabay on your own website.